Fall is a season of change, and today on the podcast, Monica Catalano will help us dive into new products for your routine, including Daily Hormone Essentials and a powerful collagen support formula. Also, find your new heights with the new Convention blend and discover the latest scents joining the Simplified line. Let Young Living help enhance your wellness routine as we embrace the changing of seasons. Hello and welcome to Young Living's podcast, The Wild Drop. My name is Jacob Young, your host. Young Living is the world leader in producing and distributing premium essential oils, and this podcast will provide you with drops of information about Young Living, including stories, history, product information, lots of little fun facts, and even more. Monica, welcome back to the podcast. We are so happy to have you, and we're going to be talking about so much fun stuff. How are you doing? How have you been? And what do you have to share with us today?
Gosh, I can't believe it's been so long since we've sat down and chatted about product. I mean, we do get to see each other in the office, but it's fun to be here. So thanks for having me. And of course, my favorite topic, product. Should we jump into what we just went through at convention?
Let's do it.
All right, we're jumping right in. So convention this year was packed with so many great things. Hey, we're an essential oil company. New Heights Essential Oil Blend was spectacular. We were able to show off our deep spectra technology with our pinyon pine in there. We then, after multiple conversations, we were able to launch Daily Hormone Essentials. We were able to launch 2 new skincare products, collagen peptide serum and brightening eye cream. And then, I don't want to steal your thunder. What have you been up to with Simplified?
Oh, man, so much was Simplified. So we launched our single, which was honestly not the fan favorite, but was very, very highly talked about at convention, which is Lavender Creme.
Oh.
We did a really fun game show, Whiff of Love skit. I know we've got it recorded somewhere. I need to upload it. So many people have asked for it. It's so fun.
It was spectacular.
We also launched the Simplified Starter Kit. That was a huge request from all of you is, hey, I want to share this and I want to share it as a kit with people. So we launched that as a permanent SKU. And we brought back a lot of fan favorites as permanent SKUs as well, while still having that really fun, seasonal, unknown coming down the road as well. And so I just would love if y'all kind of navigated over to the website and see what we have. So you can shop around and see what's going on. And then in regards to Simplified, we'll talk a little bit more about that, give you some sneak peeks of what's to come for holiday. But yeah, I think it'd be great if you could share the heavy hitter, which I feel like for a lot of people was the Daily Hormone Essentials, if you want to share some fun facts about that. And I know from my wife, she is back and forth. Like her number one right now has been the Daily Hormone Essentials, right? Second has been the brightening eye cream for her, and I think the collagen peptide was their third. But honestly, second and third are tied for second place, and they're great. They're all so great, so it's kind of hard to pick a favorite. But if you just want to kind of list off some key facts, some really awesome studies that we ended up doing and kind of finding with the data that we did, and go from there.
Sure, I would love to. And really, when looking at the product launches this year, we stayed true to feeling young, looking young, and living young. So when you think about Daily Hormone Essentials, I've had so many conversations with brand partners, with teammates of mine in the office, and with all of my friends. Hey, I'm like many of our listeners, we are the target audience. And with this product specifically, it's one plant-based solution for 3 stages of hormonal health. So we are talking to all women. And I know the last, 2 years, I have been so focused. I'm in my mid-40s. I am doing everything that I can to support my hormonal health. And so this product is really, when you look at the market data on this product, women are looking for solutions. We are feeling off, and this is one way that you can support your body through hormonal transitions. So Daily Hormone Essentials, like I mentioned, it is one plant-based solution for 3 stages of hormonal health. And we have in there a clinically studied herbal complex. And so this is really, the product itself was formulated, synergistically, but this is really at the heart of that formula. It has amazing clinical studies on it. We then have maca root, ashwagandha, chase tree berry, frankincense in there, and so many beautiful oils. I also want to mention that it has magnesium glycinate. So this is all packed in. It's in a liquid sachet. It is on the go convenient, so you can take it straight, shoot it. You can mix it with your Ningxia. I've seen so many great social posts about all of our members taking it a different way. And then there are many people that they love to mix it into warm water and sip it that way as well.
Yeah, somebody was saying that they get a really nice, almost like a caramel flavor is kind of what they were saying. That's what they really enjoyed about that. So amazing and great. And I love that we're talking about how you're feeling off. It was so funny. We had what we thought was enough of an inventory to carry through convention and, of course, through the rest of the year. But there was so much love for this product that we ran out of it fairly quickly. And at that point, some people had been on it for a little bit, and then they were off it for a little bit because there was quite a stir of, where's the hormones? We need the hormone. And so now that it is back in stock, everybody is back to that level that they needed to be. So you can definitely see the demand that is there for. Let's quickly jump over to the brightening eye cream and the collagen peptides and kind of do something similar, a rapid fire of key facts, key ingredients and stuff.
Now we're transitioning into the look young.
This is external. We talked about internal, which affects the external, but this is primarily external. So,
yes, and what I love about these two products is typically when you're looking at skincare, sometimes you have to make a choice on efficacy. Here you don't have to. We've created two very efficacious products with beautiful ingredients. So collagen peptide serum. You don't have to choose between retinol or great benefits. We've been able to formulate this product with sea fennel extract, which is a retinol alternative. So you still get the amazing benefits of helps to diminish fine lines, helps to firm skin. And like always, we've included beautiful essential oils. So what I love to do on this is that in the morning, I use our Beauty Glow. And then at night, I turn to collagen peptide serum. And I love that combination of using these two facial products.
Yeah, it's great. And we won't go too much into detail because we always love everyone doing kind of their own research. But I would highly recommend looking up the side effects of retinol. And it's amazing that we have these products that give you the same benefits with zero side effects associated to them. And they're natural for you, natural for the planet, because everyone here, obviously listening, is extremely conscious of what they're taking in, what they're applying, because it affects you. It really, really does, especially over long periods of time, if you're using it on a nightly basis, daily basis, whatever it may be. And so to be able to give you that ditch and switch option is something that we always strive for.
Yeah, I love that. And speaking of daily use, we have another product that is intended for daily use. And in fact, we have a clinical study that in just 14 days, it visibly reduces dark circles, under eye puffiness, wrinkles, and fine lines. And that's in just 2 weeks. And when we were looking at consumer needs here, when you look at puffiness and under eye circles, these are the top 2 consumer needs when looking for an eye cream. So hence the name, brightening eye cream.
Yeah. No, and it's been fantastic. I've actually been using it because now that I've got a lot more going on in my life, I've definitely had some bags under my eyes recently. So I started applying it, and I've noticed actually like a decrease in them quite a bit. I like a photo of right before convention to kind of now as you see me, there was a major difference. I was actually kind of shocked.
No, I love that. But what I love about what you just shared is that this product is so shareable that you can do a before and after because you do see those visible results.
Oh yeah.
And as a makeup wearer, one challenge that you find with under eye creams is that when you apply makeup over it, you tend to get peeling. Mm-hmm. This your makeup applies beautifully. And have you used the applicator for that nice soothing benefit?
It's very smooth. It's very smooth. I like it a lot. And I know there is, and that's kind of one thing that I also want to say is like, guys, I get it's a little bit more on the feminine packaging side, but trust me, this is just as usable, if not needed for the guys as it is for the girls. Self-care is just as sexy for the guys. I promise you. I promise you. So,
amen. I love
use
that.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered feeling young. We've covered looking young. And then one of my favorite pieces is living young. And you and Kate have done such a beautiful job with really creating Simplified by Jacob and Kait. So let's talk a minute about those launches that happened at convention.
Yeah, for sure. Would love to. To give some of you a slight backstory of Simplified, because I get this question all the time, is why was Simplified created? For my generation specifically, for them, they like to use essential oils in a different manner than how the rest of us use it. They see it more as like a diffuse only option rather than topical or how everyone else in the world, especially in Young Living, uses it, right? And so to see that as a very easy entry point to get people started, I think that's the hardest part about going down this journey of wellness, right? Regardless if you're doing it through Young Living or you're going to a natural food store to change your diet, whatever it may be, it's very hard knowing kind of where to start. Where is that entry point, right? And so we realized a really easy fix to that was, well, why don't we just create diffuser blends that are just primarily used for the smell of it, right? To diffuse. And you can apply them topically still if you choose to do so, right? But we wanted something that was just simple and easy and so shareable to use, right? There's an acronym KISS, and it's one of my favorite acronyms of all time. It's keep it simple, stupid, right? Just kind of to remind yourself, right? Like just don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. And that's kind of how Simplified was born and came to be. So we came up with our own scents, right? And then we looked at some of like really popular scents that people really like, but we wanted to give them that natural alternative, just like to the brightening eye cream over the retinol. So with convention, we had some really awesome and fun announcements. One of them being Lavender Creme, which is one of my absolute favorites. And I swear I needed to be able to share that skit somehow. Everybody talks about it. They love it so much. But Lavender Cream is something that we personally kind of came up with the idea of. So we were out in France a few years ago. We were doing some research on a bee study that we're still continuing right now. And there's a bakery right across from one of the main lavender fields. And you get this smelling of lavender, and then you have like the vanilla coffee with the croissants and stuff. And so we really wanted to kind of like capture that moment, right? And for me, that's where I go back to. But for others, they might go to another moment in time or back to a different moment in time and stuff. So that was kind of the thought process behind it. And we had a voting tube. I think that's the best way to explain it.
But we had
these massive tubes essentially where you could fill it with ping pong balls to kind of vote for your fan favorite. And I believe the top 3, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't get the photos at the very end, but the second to last day of convention, Pink Champagne was the fan favorite of all time. Lavender Cream was second, and third was a very close tie between Orange Spice Cider and Pumpkin Spice. And so that was really fun. We also launched the Simplified Starter Kit. That was a huge request as people were like, I want to share this as a kit with the diffuser already connected to it. So we came out with that. And then a big demand that a lot of people had is we want permanent SKUs so we can buy stuff all the time. Because for a while we were doing only seasonal, right? Which was still very fun for a lot of people. But some people just want to be able to buy it whenever they want, which we totally understand. So we brought back some fan favorites from the original set, which of course was Seaside. And fun fact about Seaside is it actually has natural seaweed extract inside of it, like actual seaweed in it, to give it that saltiness to it, right? And I don't know if you were there, but the very first batch that we smelled, like the very first test batch that we did, way too much seaweed. It was overpowering.
Very green.
It ruined the room for a few days. So that's a fun fact about that. We also brought back Cozy Chai, which was just that spicy nutmeg aroma that's just really fun. Pink Champagne, of course, that is like an all-time fan favorite. Everyone was requesting to make this permanent, so we made it permanent. And of course, lastly, Orange Creamsicle from the original summer set back in 22 now. Has it been that long already? 2022? Yeah. So we had some really fun stuff launched there. And then with fall, it seems that fall is always coming way sooner than it is later these last few years. And so there was such a demand to rush this and get it to the market for everybody to start sharing, because everyone else seems to be launching their fall holiday stuff way earlier. And so we were one of the very first to do exactly that, to launch the warm pumpkin spice and the orange spice cider early fall, late summer. I don't know where to be anymore at this point in time, but it was just really exciting. There was so much great feedback on that as well. And yes, warm pumpkin spice is the same as pumpkin spice from last year. People just seem to have pumpkin spice trademarks, so we had to add the warm in front of the pumpkin spice to be safe on that part. But it's the exact same blend. It just has warm in front of it. And there's just so much that is coming with New Year kickoff. I don't really know if there's too much we can really share on that part without really spilling the beans there. So I guess you'll have to stay tuned for that. But Monica, is there anything else on your end that you'd love to share and just kind of let the listeners know about?
Yeah. So first, can I just pause for a second and go back to Simplified Starter? Because the way that you and Kate launched was so incredibly great. And I was backstage at the time, but I heard the biggest applause ever was when you announced the starter kit and you said, "This is the easy button." And I love that. Like, this is what this curated, and like you just went through, it is so curated for the easy button and to be able to share with all those people that may be afraid to go straight into essential oils. So just a beautiful job there. What a fun way to scent your home in a safe way. With holiday, I'm glad you didn't spill the beans too much. You're so much.
I try not to. It depends on the week and the occasion. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm not. So
like, Jacob, no. But what I do want to share is just make sure to come back and shop with us. That we really, let me just say, it's going to be a simple holiday collection and really leaning into that gift giving items that you'll be wanting to give to others.
I love it. Well, thank you for covering all the convention products as well as what we have coming in the fall. And I didn't spoil anything, but I'll tee it back off to you so you can kind of end this fall holiday season, right? Share what you want or can share, and maybe kind of go to slightly excited for what's to come with the new year.
Sure. I think, wow, what an amazing summer we had. What a spectacular convention. I know my kids are back in school. Summer's winding down. We just talked about fall. I love that fall and the holidays are right around the corner. We are going back into our homes where we know that we want to create safe environments. We want to feel cozy. We want to take care of our families. And we do that by making small shifts. And so I love that we just went through all the products that will help to do that. Now, we also have more to come. I mean, like I said, fall and holiday, it's practically December, but it doesn't end there. We have New Year's kickoff in January. And let me tell you, there are some exciting things coming.
Oh, so exciting. Especially with, all I can say is some of the trials that we've seen so far with some of the products. Yeah, I don't think people are ready. I really don't. And how can we share anything without giving anything away?
Well, let's just say I think we're all goal getters, and I think we'll be able to achieve some of our 2026 goals in the new year.
I love that. Well, Monica, thank you so much for coming by once again, sharing your love and passion for the projects. I just love seeing all the passion that you have and sharing the products and everything that we have going on, and excited to see for all that's to come. I know what's all to come already, but it's going to be very exciting once it's in the hands of everybody else that is listening right now. So once again, thank you so much to you and your team and everyone involved. I know it takes a whole village to move a mountain when it comes to products specifically. So thank you.
Thanks, Jacob. It's been such a pleasure. Do we get to have a zing cheers?
Yes, we do have a zing cheer.
Good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To the products.
Thanks, Jacob.
Thank you. And thank you for tuning into this episode of The Wild Drop. Remember, you can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, on YouTube, and our website, www.youngliving.com. And, of course, stay tuned for the podcast coming soon to the Oleo app. That's OLEO by Young Living on the App Store or Google Play. We'll have more updates on that coming soon. Don't forget to oil up Young Living family. This is Jacob Young, dropping out. Take care.